Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tirzah Moravec. We are talking about 10 mistakes you might be making with your makeup that you just didn't even know and no one told you. On my right side, I'm doing my makeup wrong, and on my left side, I have actually applied the makeup correctly, the way I personally would do it and how I like to do my makeup. If you are new to this channel and you haven't yet, don't forget to click subscribe, like this video, and please say hello in the comments below. All the products that I'm using today are linked below. Let's get started. The first mistake that I see is the wrong way to apply foundation. What is the wrong way, you may ask? The wrong way is not using a tool, it's using your hands. My fingers look nasty. It's just a waste of product. Now on this side, I'm actually going to be prepping my face. I'm using a foundation primer. A primer really helps seal your pores, make sure your foundation stays on all day. I especially love using this primer because it's got oil mattifier in it. I will be using a brush instead of using my fingers. Hopefully you can tell that one side looks a lot drier than the other side that I used a primer on. We're going to be using concealer on the right side. This one that I'm using right now is an under eye corrector. It actually has an orange tint to it, so it cancels out the dark spots, dark circles. And then I do go over top of it with the concealer. Make sure that you're not applying a ton of concealer right up next to your eyes, because that is an area where wrinkles form naturally. So if you apply a ton of product, it might pull up in those creases. So I like to apply my concealer a little lower and bring it up. Next up, we have powder. A mistake you might be making is just kind of brushing this everywhere and not really being precise with where you put it, and just buffing it all over your face. I like to use my sponge and tap on that powder and just gently tap on the powder, especially in the areas where I did some concealer, anything that's a little thicker. So I'm just gonna let this powder sit. Next, we're gonna be talking about contouring. What happens is you really just bring this in, you do the fishy style. Have you done that? You've done that before, haven't you? You just align the powder here. It doesn't look all that great. On this side, I draw a line straight down, and right where my hair starts, or I should say stops growing, right around here, is where I draw my cheekbone. I'm also gonna go around my forehead. You're using a big brush, you don't really care. You're just buffing your face. It's just kind of a big bronze mess. Go right up towards your hairline and contour your face that way. I teach the 3s and E's. I can chisel my jawbone a little. You can tell this line is very precise. I'm keeping it right there so it's just soft. Now with blush, what happens is you go slightly above, you bring it all the way down. No. Same color, using way less product, and I'm going slightly above where my bronzer powder went. I want this to look like a natural blush. Let's talk about highlighter. You definitely don't want to highlight areas where you have a lot of pores. This area has a lot of pores. So what I see happening is that highlighter being drawn all the way down. Sparkly cheeks. Apply highlighter where the light naturally hits your cheekbones, which is this area. And then I'll apply a little bit to my Cupid's bow, to the tip of my nose, and that is highlighting 101. Next is We Got Brows for Days.com. For this one, you start off right on the inside corner and you draw a really stark line, and then you frame your brows and you draw a very, very thick brow like that. Why do we do this? On this side, on the bottom and the top, you want to start 1/2 inch in and go with where your brow naturally grows already And you want to make sure you give yourself that arch. On the inside corner, you feather in your eyebrows instead of stamp them on. I always like to do this, especially on this inside area, to make my brows look a little more bushy. Which one do you prefer? Comment below. Let's talk about eyeshadow, shall we? I am not going to blend at all. I'm going to have really harsh lines. I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm using a very dirty brush already. I'm just going to tap this on and go in with another color. And just bring it on, sister, layer it. Notice I am not cleaning these edges. I am not buffing. I am doing nothing. And with the same exact colors on this side. I am going to bring my lightest color first on the inside corner, and then I'm going to get my other brown color. And then I'm going to switch to my airy fluffy brush and really blend this in. Buff this out. What I recommend doing with eyeliner is try not to make it too thick, especially where your eyeballs are. I like to start my eyeliner almost in the middle of my eyelids. I like to have it a little thicker on the outside. Notice how this eye looks a lot longer than this one, which kind of just looks stubby. So we cannot forget mascara. A mistake that you might be making is kind of going up and down, not really getting at the root of your lashes. And on the bottom, you might be doing the spidery look. You're going too far down. You're pushing up, therefore giving yourself spidery long lashes. Not the good kind. Please don't do this. On this side, I'm really gonna make sure that I'm getting right underneath the root of my lashes and wiggling up and out. Lately, I've been really loving the wispy lashes, so instead of just pulling up, I'm actually telling my lashes to go sideways. I always like to use the edge of my mascara wand to really get in the outside corner of my lashes and really spread them out. On the bottom, I actually recommend going side to side, but just barely touching your bottom lashes. Next, let's talk about lips. I think a lot of women undermine their lips and they don't draw them thick enough. So on this side, I am barely touching the outskirts of my lips and just being very conservative. On this side, I am really gonna outline my lips. I'm using a lip liner first to draw my lips in. You can choose to really draw in that Cupid's bow, or you can flatten it a little to make your lips even bigger if you'd like. I'm just gonna go right along with my lip line. And then I'll layer it with my lipstick. And you can tell what a huge difference applying your lipstick differently and using a lip liner can really make to make your lips look fuller. If you found yourself on this side of the face more often than not, it's okay, we've all been there. These are mistakes that I've done in the past. So hopefully you'll learn something new. Thank you so much for watching. Connect with me on other platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and I will see you next time. Ciao.